I'm Danny to the Harrison, and I am Wing Commander Harrison of the new number 2. This is Group Captain
Jeremy Facconi. I'm the wank guy on the left.
Jonathan Sadoff, geek on the right.
And together we are Wild Stallions!
Station!
No, we're the new number 2, actually. Basically, I took the record, reverse engineered it, found these guys, and then the parts that they're playing are not, I mean, it's not rocket science, the music we're making, it's just there's a lot of parts and there's a lot of layering and there's a lot of switching and there's a lot of people doing lots of things at the same time in order to make it like the record. And when we made the record, there was only 2 of us, it was just me and Ollie, and I kind of vomited onto a Pro Tools unit, in creatively, of course, and then then we had to reverse sort of engineer that. So once we got these guys up there playing it and everyone knew their parts, which took a while.
We spent a long time.
Yeah, and it was kind of technical, and then
picking it apart,
then we had it all right, and then when we got this started this tour off, we had a lineup change again. We had the new rhythm section, and you know, it's people come in with fresh legs. It's like having substitutes on the pitch, you know what I mean? So like energy also automatically picks up. It's like now's the time to rock our asses off because
Bleed.
Yeah, you know, and so it's horses for courses.
I think you said this before at some point. It was almost like looking at a painting and then extracting all the colors and all the textures and everything. So is this working from here? I don't know, whatever. It was actually really fun, and but then in trying to figure out what was on the record, we ended up recreating things and accidentally doing them differently, and then being like, oh wait, that's really, let's just do that. But which is I think probably a big reason why it is a lot different now.
If you hear the record in headphones really late at night, and if you're a bit, messed up, and you've got a really good set
which we don't support,
which we never do ever, and if you've got a really good set of cans, you'll get the same effect, but you can't play it like that live and hope that people just get it. You have to attack it more. So I think that for me, I enjoy I've heard these songs so much, I enjoy changing them. Yeah, and I got this fortune cookie that said, don't be precious over old work, do go with whatever happens once. And so I thought, okay, that's probably a good sign to just not give a shit and make it really loud. We've started writing for the first time together. I guess it's like if the new number 2 is a collective of people and this is the band that's here, I'm kind of like the filter that everything goes through when people write, like the Last Chance Saloon kind of goes through my brain, and then whatever kind of sticks. So that it's kind of not really that different in the writing process. It's great because I've actually got people to play guitars with now and to rock out with, and a whole world of new suggestions, And
making it exciting. We just want to make it exciting. That's the goal.
Yeah.
We all bring such different things to the table that it's like I think it's going to be really fun and refreshing for everyone involved.
We're halfway through demoing a new record, and it's pretty bizarre.
It's pretty wicked. It is really bizarre.
But it's great. Just the eclecticness of the types of music that we're all into, we all have this kind of common love for blues and
blues and
electronic music, like Bristol sound, and then old blues,
But John and I also have this metal thing that we kind of hold on to from our childhood.
Yeah.
So
and I was
bring that in.
I was kind of more psychedelic Cream Hendrix, and they were a bit more metal. And these guys shred way harder than me, but that's that's for Sauvain. At the end of Sauvain, when we I'm not playing even the guitar really. I
even Give You Love. I mean,
you shred hard in that.
You're gonna shred on guitars, and I'm gonna shred on string arrangements.
John wasn't actually a keyboard player to start off with. He just lied to me and said he was, and then I was like, cool. And then he was like, oh wait, now I've got to
play keyboards is not very well. So I said, yeah, no problem.
But he's by far the best guitar player in the band.
I'm not. I don't think I am. I think I'm the most tasteless guitar player.
Definitely, you are, buddy. I'm just saying.
As long as he, at the end of the day, you know, like
vocals
Danny
matters
knows.
the most. The melody is what we're definitely focusing on more than music.
But Danny's
I thought.
aesthetic, I think at the end of the day, like he said, he's kind of the filter. It's like we all bring all this stuff to the table, but if we were to do that all the time, then it'd be a mishmash. So
What
I think
he said.
Yeah, so I think for him to be the filter is
Gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish is gonna save us from making a
We're good.
record. I think it'll save us from making a record that's unrecognizable from the first record.
Yeah.
It needs to be in the same vein, but
We kind of want to do that with every record, though. Just make just keep moving forward.
More
Never
filters.
just dwell on the past, kind of.
I think also, like, it's been hard for me also just, because of, I guess the English press and my upbringing as, my dad's son and everything, to get the period of time where I can have a band and develop it and actually become a good band. Most people get to do little gigs here and there and play and gel as a band before anyone hears them or reviews them. Whereas people waiting to pounce on my project. So like when I came to America to get away from all that and didn't release the record in England and just kind of got the guys and tried to get it, as anonymous as possible to try and have the time. Now obviously everyone knows, but like I feel like we're in a good enough position now to take any criticism of our style of music because it has found a sound. But like to get to that point was hard because that's why we kept it sort of quiet for a long time because being in my position I don't really get that luxury and it's gives you a lot of opportunities but also is a bit of a downer. So I think that now that we've got the band and there's like a big buffer zone between us and the music and the people, it's like we can actually enjoy ourselves. The route that we're taking with releasing the record ourselves, doing all the design, all the websites, and trying new stuff. It's like the only way I think a new band in this day and age can really have an opportunity to develop. Because if you're doing a major label deal now, you don't get the luxury of having 7 albums before you do Dark Side of the Moon. You know what I mean? You don't.
The goal is developing before you get to the major label these days.
Yeah, exactly, and that's that's tricky. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on a major label, but I do think that there are advantages of that. But if you can, we've gone so far by ourselves that if you can pull that off and just go that little final bit of the way, then you really are in a better position. You own everything, you have total creative control. You've got no one telling you what single to release. You can do it for the music, for yourself, and actually enjoy it more. You don't make any money. Eventually you can.
I think you know what? I think eventually the money comes. I think if you stay true,
it's
and
passion as
when
well.
you get something right, it's going to take a while, and you have to fall down a lot. And if you serve the music first, I think eventually that shines through. And you get more. You actually do it really. You don't have a hype. You get real indie cred, and it's actually real. It's not like trying to get some cred. Which everyone's scrapping out there for like little bit of kudos or I'm cool or whatever, it's like just to actually do it and eventually you'll still be there, instead of having a quick curve on your graph. Hopefully it'll go kind of like that and just carry on.
The members of the band, I mean, meeting these guys have been an amazing. I've been, playing with people that just kind of get stagnant and just want attention. These guys, as like John said, we make each other very excited. That's, I get excited going to rehearsal even, and that's not usual for me. I mean, I kind of don't like rehearsing, but I love it with these guys. These guys are fun. We have a great time.
It's like a joke. It's just like a laugh.
Getting out of the studio as well. We were all studio rats as well. Jeremy was a bit out there. Nick and Frank obviously have like played way more live than I have. But John and I were like
any of us. Yeah.
Nick and Frank have played in 2 of the biggest bands and like.
Yeah,
ever,
that's why they're not in the interview because they're too cool. We're not allowed to have them in. They make
Frank.
us look stupid.
As soon as they open our mouths, we look like amateurs.
Yeah. I mean, even the other night, Terminal 5 in New York,
that was awesome.
I had like 10, 15 of my oldest friends who've known me since I've started playing music, and they were just to see the people that you respect, know in your taste of music, to actually have a great time at one of our shows. That really puts a smile on my face because I know that they're not lying because they're assholes and they'll tell me.